Hi friends, this is Manish Pandey. Welcome back to another video in our UiPath Data Service series. In our last video, you learned how to delete file from a record field in UiPath Data Service. In this video, we are going to learn how to delete multiple files from a record field in UiPath Data Service. And for the demo, we will use delete file from record field activity. So let's get started. Here you can see on the UiPath data service page, we have this vendor master entity and we have two records where we have this attachments. So payslip and this purchase order Excel file. I will show you how to delete these attachments. Let me open UiPath Studio. Before showing you the demo, the practical example, let me tell you one use case of deleting file from the record fields. Do you know what can be the use case of multiple deleting file from the record field in data service? Okay, I will tell you. The use case can be archiving and file deletion for compliance purpose. In many organizations, especially those dealing with the sensitive data like financial institutions or healthcare providers, there are policies that mandate archiving older files and removing them from the active records after a certain retention period. You will have seen in the queue as well. Let me show you. In UiPath queue, in the orchestrator, you can see we have a retention policy. So queue items can be deleted or archived after a specific retention duration. For example, a company might store customer contracts or vendor contracts or sensitive documents in a contract entity or vendor entity with a file attachment field. Once the contract has expired or after a predefined period like 1 year, 2 years, the company may need to archive the documents in an external storage for the compliances and delete the file from the active record in the UiPath data service to keep the active database clean up and up to date. So using the delete file from record field functionality, you can automate this archival and cleanup process, ensuring that only relevant and recent files remain in your system while old files are safely removed to reduce the data and meet compliance requirement. So here, with the combination of query entity records and delete file activity, we'll be performing this demo. So here in the query entity records, we need to select that entity from where we need to delete that records. Now in the query, we need to put the filters like the query. So let me delete it, and now here add an entry. So if you want to you want to delete based on the vendor ID or vendor name or some status like status is active, inactive, like that. So let's say a status is inactive, so those files should be deleted. Or there are some filters or conditions. If you want to go with that, you can go. Here I'm going to select the vendor documents.name is not empty, or like vendor documents is not empty. So I want to delete all those attachments. So I will say if vendor documents is not empty, so those records it will fetch and give me in the output records. Okay. So based on the record, I can say that we have two records and then we'll be deleting from there. So I'm going to use for each, and then I will move this delete inside the body. I will put here output record that we are getting it from the query entity records. This one. Now here once we'll put that variable, automatically it will change that argument type. Now we have current item as an item. Now this we will use and we'll pass here current item dot id. So for this specific id, the documents will be deleted. and the entity will select here. The field we need to choose, like from which field you need to delete that. But before watching this video, I will recommend you to watch the previous videos. Okay, so now we are ready to delete these files. Let's run this. So let's open UiPath Data Service so that we can validate the records. Okay, so let me refresh it. And now let's see here. You can see there are no files here. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more UiPath tutorials. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.